Okay. Perfect. Okay. We're all set. So great. So cool. Thanks for everybody for being here. I'm gonna make sure that everybody can, if they want to jump off mute and ask a question, or do that, or if you want to type your question in the Q&A chat box, you can do that as well. So whatever your pleasure. Cool. Okay, I got my cocktail. I don't know about you guys. I'm drinking Casamigos. I've been on that lately. All right, it's Miller time.
Yep. Well, actually, it's Miller.
Okay, great.
Beer. Sorry, Ryan.
Miller draft beer.
Yeah, my daughters bought it for me. That was nice of them.
Nice. Well, good, Charlie. Good to hear from you. We've got Elias on here, Charlene, Dominic. Everybody can hear me okay?
Yes.
And it sounds like I can hear. All right, and I can hear Elias. Charlie, I can hear you. So I think we're good. And again, for those who want to just type in a Q&A in the chat box, maybe you don't have a headset or microphone or whatever, that's fine too. So cool. So yeah, let's dive right in. Charlie, what's up with that Raiders jersey?
No, see, that's wrong. It's a military jersey, and it's a Tom Brady jersey.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that was in San Diego when they came and played a couple of years ago. San Diego. I took my boys.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
I have to change
over in Tampa now.
Yeah, Tampa Bay jersey coming up.
And man, is the LA Rams stadium open yet? Are they doing games there this year?
Yes.
Okay.
They had their first game and beat Dallas, and evidently it's a gorgeous stadium. I have not been there, but I will eventually have to go. I'm not a big Rams fan, I mean, back in the day, a long time ago, I used to be a Rams fan, but I changed from Rams to Steelers to, of course, now Patriots.
Okay. You just go wherever the weather's fair, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe wherever the action is, because now it's, I don't know, who's the hot team this year now?
There's about
I guess Chiefs
for them. Yeah,
Kansas
Chiefs,
City,
Baltimore. Yep.
Baltimore.
Patriots look pretty good. Yeah, there's quite a few of them. Seattle's looking good. We have to wait and see how it turns out.
Sounds good. Yeah, I haven't been following it lately. I did fantasy this year with my group. I'm pretty sure I did it last year. I just didn't pay too close attention. So I'm going to try to do that a little bit more this year. So anyway, Charlie, I saw you emailed me a couple of questions right before we jumped on. Maybe you could, repeat it so everybody can, get the benefit of what your question is.
Sure. Well, the email sent out, it says you have 600,000 available. And of course, that's, letter of intent has always been available, or rather letter of proof of funds. I'm sorry. Letter of intent comes along with proof of funds. And so my question is, are those funds available for purchase, for rehab, as well as holding costs, and then the sale? So is it just specific for certain reasons, or can I can find a house that is going to be purchased at 300,000, the end price is going to be 400,000, and then the sale would be 500, 550. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do know what you mean. Good question. So, yeah, so to answer that, the 600,000, and can you guys see my screen okay? I switched it over to my desktop. But yeah, so the proof of funds you're talking about that you can create right here, the 600,000, and I know it says 925 here. We changed it after, in this new COVID environment, just to be a little more conservative with what everything's going on with how things are going, even though the market's on a tear right now and things are super hot. But anyways, we reduced that down to 600,000, so you can generate those on demand. And that 600,000, that particular 600,000, that's in-house here. That's my funds, and I've got that earmarked just for buying as is and selling as is. So it's 100% loan to value plus closing costs. So you don't need to come in with any of that as long as you tie up the deal, and whatever you use for a deposit. I mean, whether it's, $1, $500, 1,000 or 1%, whatever of the purchase price. As long as you have the deal tied up, I'll fund 100% of the purchase price plus closing costs. And that's just for short-term buy as is, sell as is, wholesaling. And then there's a funding schedule here where you create the proof of funds. So you can take a look at that. But to answer the second part of your question, for rehab, we do have rehab funding that we do, or that I do, that will lend, but that's not in-house money. That's money that I broker through, one of our other direct lenders.
Right. Okay. So that obviously will come with fees and points.
Yeah, that'll come. Yeah, it'll come with. Yeah, and it won't be 100% loan to value. So we've got programs that go as high as 90% loan to cost. That would mean you'd have to bring in 10% of the purchase price, and they'll fund 100% of the rehab budget.
Okay.
So, and you can, I'm here to do Q&A with you guys, but there's also FAQs here. If you ever want to refer to these later, you can, like guidelines and rates. We've got the rate sheets and all of that here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that sounds excellent.
Yeah. So that kind of answers that. And like I said, the market's still on a tear. I mean, all of our rehabbers, I mean, they're still very bullish, and hungry for deals, getting into deals pretty aggressively. I mean, the retail market, the end users, there's still multiple offers being made on homes, and same day, same day listed, same day to offered on. So yeah, the market's super hot right now, at least in Southern California. How long that's going to last, I mean, I don't know. We've got that moratorium on foreclosures, and we've got the moratorium on evictions, and that was extended to December. Who knows if that gets extended again? It was just extended at the beginning of this month. So who knows? I mean, so that's definitely propping things up. One of the things that are propping things up. But it's still on a tear.
Well, it sounds like it could be a good opportunity for those landlords that don't want to sit around and wait, and they may be willing to sell faster. But of course, that would be a longer time hold as opposed to just a wholesale deal.
Yeah, unless you were talking about just wholesaling, properties that burnt out landlords are wanting to, to trade out of.
Right.
So that's definitely happening right now. whether they just got the tenant out, or the tenant still needs to be, given a cash for keys offer, and and encouraged out of the property, so
Right.
so the deal can close and happen. Because definitely investors, they usually look, especially for a flip, I mean, they've always wanted to close with the property vacant at closing. Sometimes it's okay if there's a little bit of an overlap, usually not really, because nobody likes the liability of, okay, great, we've got somebody in there who won't leave.
Right.
So they'll make exceptions for things like if there's like an ADU or a back unit or something, and the tenant's still in that, but they've agreed that they're moving out. Things can be worked out that way. But definitely today, everybody wants that property vacant at closing, so they don't get stuck with a tenant who knows how long they could hold up in their shelter in place. At least till the end of December, that we know for sure.
That's true.
But yeah, good question. Let's see, and so you were able to hear, so I got rid of that. But if that brings up any questions for anybody else, feel free to, jump in and, let us know what questions you've got. But this is all here, for you guys to peek through on the frequently asked questions here. Do you have any deals in the works right now, Charlie, or anything you're looking at, any leads that you're prospecting, or sellers you're talking to?
Yeah, no, not at the present time. I've been just doing the honey-do list here at home, and that's been taking up quite a bit of my time. But I need to get back out in the street. It's just time.
Definitely. Well, no, I'm here for you when you're ready to do that, and to kind of fill in the gap on something else I wanted to get to, which is deal partnering. I always love to deal partner too with anybody who wants to deal partner, which is where you've got a piece of property, a motivated seller, something with some margin in it, a wholesale margin in it, and you're putting it under contract. I've got a big list of investors that I work very closely with, and I'd be happy to put up the deposit and then fund the whole purchase price if needed, or we can assign it, but we'll definitely can fund it so we can take title and resell. And then I'll help market it to my list, as well as, you marketing it to any investors on your list. We'll get the deal done and we'll split it.
Split
so that's
it
one way.
Split it meaning 50-50?
Right. Meaning we'd split it 50-50, and I wouldn't charge any funding fees on that fee schedule.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So again, up to you. You can always feel it out. I work with a lot of experienced investors, even rehabbers, who they don't want to rehab everyone that they touch. They want to wholesale, one or two here and there, they want to wholesale a few because it really shortens, flattens that cash flow curve, because, a flip takes, 2, 3, 4 months. So it's good to wholesale some, depending on, where you're at, in your pipeline. And so they like to deal partner because maybe they don't have as strong of a rehab list, an investor list, because they're the rehabber themselves. or they just don't know the process, or, you know, the best way to go about marketing the deal and negotiating it, and getting the best margin, pricing it, getting the best margin for it, whatever. So that's kind of like where we help pick up the other side of that. You know, you've done the legwork, you've identified a good deal, and then, you know, you put it under contract, and then we take over from there. We, you know, me, my acquisition assistant, you know, we'll wire in the deposit, you know, we'll help manage the deal through title and escrow, and market the deal, and close it, and get it turned over. We actually just funded one this morning, in like kind of near USC, it's crazy what the housing prices go for over there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, near USC, it's about 1,000 square feet. There is an addition on the back, which will make it closer to 1,800 square feet. But that house will resell for around $650 in that neighborhood, $650. So we got it for, or the investor got it for $340.
Wow.
And then we deal partnered on it. So I wired in the deposit. You know, we wired the closing balance today, and it's recording tomorrow morning. All in, I think we'll be all in around like 342 with the escrow fee. So I think 342, and then we sold it at 370. So, and then we'll split that 50-50 after a little bit of closing costs. It's a pretty decent deal. We'll clear like 28,000, something like that.
Yes.
So, and then we don't have to fix it. You know, we just bought it as is, sold it as is. That one was on the MLS. So the realtor's happy because, you know, the investor, you know, we bought it. We actually closed it. We didn't assign it. So we went on title. As far as he's concerned, you know, we're the buyer, you know, whatever we do with it from there, he doesn't care. So he's definitely going to bring that investor, you know, more opportunities. And then we're happy because, you know, we took the quick nickel, you know, alleviated all our risk. We already, you know, marketed the deal before we went hard on our deposit, you know, got multiple investors over there, you know, who wanted it at 370. We thought we were going to move it closer to 399, but, you know, the unpermitted addition in the back was just, it was a little odd. So that was the best price we could get for it. But yeah, a good, a good deal all in all.
So this was actually listed, and you bought it through the realtor.
Yeah. Yes, actually,
Okay, so it wasn't like it, like one of the investors found it, but it was actually listed, and I imagine they were asking a higher price than that, or was it just a bad condition? The condition was not that great, and also it was not permitted, the back part, so that made it easier to get a lower price, I will assume.
Yes. So what I'll do is, so here it is here, if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Actually, I'll drop a street view here. So this is the property here. It's this green one. And I'll show you, I'll take you on the street view this way, and you can see what I mean. So the front house, which you can kind of see it with this aluminum, you know, overhang, it's about 1,000 square feet. And then here's the gate for basically, it leads to the carport. or the garage. The garage is like a 1-car straight ahead. And this, this white section, this is all like a carport. I'm going to go a little further down the street. But here you can see the back wall here. It's got like a kind of like a garage door here. So this whole structure, which is like from here on my cursor to here, I think it's about 800 square feet. It includes a garage and like this workshop area, and it's detached from the front house here. But this whole thing, they couldn't find any permits on it, so it was issued as there was a substandard, what do you call it? A notice of substandard building from the city. And if I click the public record here, you can see on the public records, it's only for living square footage. It's only showing, 1,080 square feet. And then if I click here, you can see what the listing was looking like online. So they had it listed at 385, and it was actually only showing as 900 square feet. And it was a probate situation.
Oh, okay.
So it was listed at 385. We got it for 340. And then we ran the numbers on it. We dug into it a little further, determined that there was some permit history that the city wasn't seeing from the county on that structure. And so we ended up putting in right here, the new square footage. We put that in there, and then we left the existing there. And then we ran our analysis, which is, we put in a price per square foot to repair the existing structure up front, $50 a foot. And then we put $100 a foot on the rear structure, just because it was pretty bare. I mean, it was a pretty bare structure, and it was a very high ceiling. And so that's kind of what we put the numbers at. And actually the ARV, I wonder if this changed. Yeah, we have the ARV at 650. Why is it saying 697? I'll reset that. So that's what we put it at. And I think we were marketing it at 399. 10% ROI. Well, it's over 10% ROI. It's almost 12. But for whatever reason, 370 was the highest we could get. So that's what we went with. I think it was because of the risk of whether they're going to actually be able to finish getting the city to close the substandard notice on that structure, or if they're going to have to tear it down and do something else with it. So that was the best we could get, was 370 on it. But that's how it played out.
And what was the time lapse on this? From signing the contract to getting rid of it?
It was pretty well. It didn't take us long to find a buyer for it. This deal took a while to close because it was a probate that needed court confirmation.
Yes.
And right when we were going in for the court confirmation, when the hearing was going to happen, the whole COVID thing hit, and they kept delaying it, because all the courts had shut down. So, from acceptance, we should have had it approved about 30 days from there. It ended up, COVID drug it out over the whole summer. So,
and then from
close
all
of
in all,
escrow,
from close of escrow to when you actually sold it. That's, I guess, the most important question.
Yeah. So our escrow, so as soon as we had it under contract, we marketed the deal, got some investors over there to walk it. signed a contract with one of them, opened up that second escrow. They wired in their deposit, non-refundable. And so they've been sitting there ready to close. So we just wired, because we just got the court order or whatever yesterday or the day before. So we were in a position to be able to close now. So we wired this morning, so we could close and take title. It'll record tomorrow, and then sit the other escrow, to resell it to our buyer. That would close the same day or next day. But since they're using hard money instead of cash, there'll be a couple days delay, while their lender, I don't know, reviews the date down on the title, right? The updated title report. I mean, that should only take them a day, but whatever. We'll see how fast they close behind it. It should be no more than 4 days from tomorrow, 4 business days from tomorrow.
Right. So less than a week, it should be.
Yeah. Yep.
And you made a profit of how much?
28,000.
Well,
I think about 342 to 370.
not too bad.
Maybe minus a couple, another $1,000 or $2 for maybe some other miscellaneous, closing costs. Yeah, all in all, while a lot of time went by on this one, unfortunately, as far as time on this deal or in this deal, not very long.
Right.
An hour here, hour there. So.
Well, I was going to ask Ryan if it's possible, because I don't know how many people we have, but maybe can some people introduce themselves and say where they're at as far as the real estate investment program is going for them? Because here's the reason I'm asking.
Yeah.
Because
that'd be great.
What I would like to do for whoever is on is I would like to actually let's say have a bit of a contest, from now until the end of October, to see who can lock up a deal, and whoever locks up the deal first, treat them to dinner and drinks, just for doing a good job. I don't know how you feel about that, but I mean, your boat's always a great place to have dinner, that's for sure. And hang out.
Yeah, and drinks especially.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, no. I'd love to do that. Yeah, a little friendly competition and some comp drinks and some comp barbecue.
There you go.
I think is always in order. So yeah, whoever would love to. Anybody who feels comfortable would love to introduce themselves and just like what market you're in and where you're at in your real estate investing. Would love to hear from you. Not everybody at once, please.
Yeah, really.
It's only we can only take so much chatter at once.
Ryan, this is Elias.
Hey, Elias.
Okay. Hey, Charlie, here I'll give you a little bit about my background, what I hope to accomplish.
Okay.
I've been doing the flipping probably about the last 5 to 7 years. We got to the point where we were doing about 8 to 10 a month in the Inland Empire here, say from a little outskirts of LA, Orange County, Inland Empire towards the Palm Springs area. That's what, and I'll be the first to admit, I got a little burned out. So now what I'm looking to do is more of a buy and hold and add value in the ADU market, add the markets with the ADUs and do some buy and hold. We've done some projects like that already. I have some projects where I'm working with some of my friends who have rental properties. And we talked about earlier, Ryan, about this moratorium about foreclosures. I said, look, everyone got scared. So I'm looking to add value to projects with an ADU or a junior unit. So I've studied that probably the past year. And that's where I see it. I'm looking to go on some of these properties to actually acquire and say partner to either flip or do a buy and hold. That's what I'm looking to do.
Well, that sounds excellent.
Got it. Great. I actually may have some ADU properties or opportunities coming up that we could send you as well, if that's something you're interested in doing.
Oh, no problem. That I would be.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that we've got one coming up right now. Solid comps, and there's one comp with an ADU that sold at 900, and I think we're looking to unload this somewhere in the high fives.
Mhm.
And that comp that sold at 905 is a fresh comp, and it's like a 1,700 square foot house, and then maybe if you convert the garage, maybe that will match the same square footage as the comp. The comp's like 2,050 square feet or something. I was just looking at it today. So it's a good one. It's a good one, and even if you don't do the ADU, it will work. It's without the ADU, it comps out like around 799 or 775, 780, somewhere around there.
What area is that located in?
I want to say it's off market. I want to say it's over like kind of by like the Arlington. What is that? Is that like Van Ness area? I want to say it's like Van Ness is what I remember the neighborhood being in.
Yeah, just south of the 10.
I think like Hyde Park.
Hyde Park, yeah.
Hyde Park, Limert Park, that kind of area.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, thanks. Limert.
Yeah, I had a flip over there on 67 block of Bryanhurst, which is just east of Florence, or rather east of Crenshaw.
Okay.
But yeah, around that area, that's all Limert Park area.
I'm not that familiar with the LA area because it's always, traffic to get me down there. I did some several years back out in Toluca Lake. I was out in Thousand Oaks, and I'll be the first to admit those 2.5 hour drives just burned me out.
Forget about it. Yeah, really. That's no good. No good at all.
Cool. Well, anybody else on who'd like to say what's up, introduce themselves, what market they're in, what they're up to?
Come on, don't be scared. You got to get in here. You got to get some excitement going.
Yeah, Charlie wants somebody to compete with over drinks and barbecue. So.
Absolutely.
What market are you in, Charlie?
Well, it's actually flipping. That was the last thing I've been doing. I actually had my nephew, who's a contractor, coming down. He lives in Adelanto.
And I know where that is.
Yeah. Going towards Victorville, right? And I'd have the guys doing stuff like in Highland Park or even closer west to Santa Monica. And the gas and the hotels, it got to the point that they were staying at my house. I have 6 or 7 guys, crash into my place so that he wouldn't have to pay for hotels and stuff. And it was cool because we had beer and pizza and, just kind of hung out. But now it's a matter of doing rehabs in Adelanto because it makes a whole lot more sense. There's still plenty of activity going on over there, and he doesn't have to travel with his crew. So that's where we're looking at right now. But I want to get back into the LA area and just start, number one, wholesale, and of course partnering with Ryan would be excellent as well. So that's where I right now.
And for those of you guys, I think maybe some people are having trouble unmuting their phones, but I think guys, you gotta unmute yourself so you can get a word in. guess that's it. Anybody else wanted to get a word in? I'm not sure where everybody's unmute button is, but I'm pretty sure I enabled it to where everybody can.
Well, Ryan, I
What's
did
up,
have a
Ryan?
problem. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's up, Ryan? Looking good, buddy.
What's up, Ben? How are you, man?
Good. I saw you. I wanted to pop in and say hi.
Nah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Looking forward to doing some more
Yeah,
flips with my brother later on in the future.
Yeah, do you got your cocktail with you?
Not right now. I'll get one right now. But, yeah. I got a little Crown and Coke coming.
Little Crown and Coke. Reminds me, I got it.
Are you sitting on the boat? Looks like it, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna switch it up. I was drinking a little Casamigos and grapefruit, and now I'm gonna drink a little neat. I love this stuff. Actually, this kind of reminds me of Clase Azul, which I haven't been able to find. I don't know if that was something because of the pandemic or what have you, but anyways, it's got that vanilla flavor, but Clase Azul's really got that strong vanilla flavor. Actually, the first time I had Clase was with you, Ben, over on Tarek's boat. And actually, there's something I want to talk to you about. Huh?
First time you had what? Repeat that.
First time I ever had Clase Azul tequila.
Oh yeah.
Was with you over on Tarek's boat. And there's actually something I want to talk to you about. I'll call you after this. But yeah, something I want to talk to you about.
Sounds good. Big things ahead, hopefully. So, hope everyone else is doing well.
Yeah.
I don't know most of you, but hard work always pays off. Never give up.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, I'm sorry, I was laughing. I was thinking of the video you put on Instagram yesterday of your daughter saying she's hiding from Biden. Ben's a rootin' tootin' Republican from Texas, and he's not shy about it. But I just thought that was the funniest thing ever.
Is that, wait a minute,
Oh my God.
I think I saw that. A little girl hiding from Biden.
Yeah, that's my daughter.
That is so good. Ben, I'm Charlie. I don't know that we met or not before. I don't know if you were at Ryan's boat.
Familiar, and I like the picture. Is that the Chargers? Or is that
yeah, Chargers and Patriots.
Nice, very cool.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Anyway, that's a great sign. Hiding from Biden.
Yeah.
Remind me to buy you a beer next time I see you.
Oh, I appreciate it. Salud, amigo. Yeah, I'm always arguing with the neighbors down where I'm at on next door. They're always you got about half of them are diehard Democrats. They don't even realize why they're voting for the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Well, not to go any deeper than that. But I just thought that was hilarious. It's funny. Not that I promote that or anything. I'm actually pretty neutral on all of that stuff. I actually don't vote on any of that stuff because anyway. But I appreciate you jumping on and saying what's up and sharing what you got going on. Ben and I, we've done a number of flips together. So
Ben is in the area?
I live in San Diego.
He's in San Diego, Point Loma.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm south. Kind of by the airport. But I'm actually grew up in Chicago, believe it or not, and then I lived in Dallas for quite a while. So I always say I'm a Texas boy, but I was really a Chicago boy. But I've been out here about 12 years. Ryan and I used to rent a house together, and then helped do some loans together, and then he's helped me with doing some flips and stuff. Just awesome guy, as you all know, and I support him and I always wish him the best. So wanted to pop on and say hi, and hope all of you are blessed and doing well as well.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. I know, Ryan, well, heck, I think Ryan, you remember my retirement dinner? That was a pretty good gig.
Yeah.
You remember that
Yeah.
far back?
Charlie, I do. Yeah, Charlie was a firefighter here for Los Angeles County for a long time.
Nice.
Your firehouse was it in the Palisades?
Yes, that
Pacific
was
Palisades?
Station
No,
69.
it was
Pacific Palisades. Yeah.
Station 59, Pacific Palisades. Yeah.
69.
69, bunch of pervs over there. No, I'm just kidding. You guys
Yeah.
the naughty firefighters that all the women liked, or what?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Were you guys all those naughty boy firefighters that all the ladies liked, or what?
Oh, yeah. Over there, Palisades, they wave at us with their whole hand, So that was good.
And well, if
Bring-
it's Station 69, you probably could get a little gag that because women love firefighters anyway. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great thing. We had some good.
It
It was
was
a pretty interesting place. A lot of people in the industry, the movie industry, would just pop up and bring cookies or come out and just hang out. It's kind of neat.
That's awesome.
Everybody likes.
Yeah. No, it was a beautiful firehouse. I mean, it was an awesome location.
Yeah. So either way, can we hear anybody? I don't know if they're having trouble being muted, but yeah, I sure like to try and do a little contest, for this next month from now to the end of October, in case somebody wants to jump in and say, yeah, I'll do it. Maybe Ben, I mean, it can be in your own area. It doesn't matter, but we need to be able to say, okay, this is, you have to lock it in by this date. Let's, whatever, just finish the job by October 31st.
Yeah, I'd submit on that. I've been too busy with my solar right now, but I need to get one going in again with you guys. So hopefully I can find one. But I definitely want to do some more projects. So,
We'll put it this way: you've got everything to gain, nothing to lose. Whoever locks the contract before the end of October wins. Locks one or locks the most wins if they choose to participate. Have you over at the boat for drinks, and we'll slow low and slow on the Traeger, some tri-tip, 2 hours, 225 degrees over some apple, cherry, and maple wood.
There you go.
It'll be solid.
That sounds great.
Salt, pepper, cayenne.
so do it.
And drink of choice off the bar. You have to fly your own way out, though. If you're out of state, you gotta find your own way to the boat. But after that, I'll take care of you.
I gotta go, Ryan. I appreciate you.
All right. Yeah, Ben. I'll talk to you, man.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Take care. Nice hearing from you.
Yeah, likewise, guys. Good luck. Best of luck. Hope you guys make a bunch of money this year.
Salute.
Salute. So Ryan, you're saying you had Azul tequila?
Yeah, it's called Clase Azul. Comes
Clase
in like
Azul.
a big tall. Yeah, it comes in like a big tall white ceramic bottle with like blue hand painted blue whatever pattern on the bottle. It's really tasty. Very strong vanilla flavor that comes through it, and it's their reposado that tastes so good.
I happen to have a friend of mine that's a connoisseur of fine tequilas. I will check with him and see what we can find.
Yeah, and I would say Casa Amigos reposado. It's a pretty close in flavor profile to the Clase Azul. There's just more vanilla coming through in the Clase, and I just really like that if you're going, in that direction.
Right. Okay, good to know.
All right. Well, anybody else? I know we're kind of getting on here. It's 10 minutes to 7. I definitely want to wrap, by 7 o'clock. So we got a few more minutes left. If anybody else, has any questions or would like to just, say what's up, what market they're in. If you're having trouble unmuting yourself, let us know here in the Q&A. We'll see if we can help you through it.
Ryan, it's Elias again.
Hey, Elias.
Really quick, is it okay if I send you an email and kind of give you an overview what I hope to accomplish in some of the partner deals and see what your feedback is on some of the add-on value things that I'm looking to do,
Sure.
and kind of give you an overview of what, because I really would like to do more of a buy and hold strategy. And so see if you might have some investors who might be up for the add-on value and a buy and hold situation.
Yeah, I mean the two ways off the top of my head that I can think of that we could work together and have some synergy is number one, for us to send you some deal flow for that, since we're a wholesaling outfit and group, and then and number two would be to be able to provide financing for you on that. I know you probably already have some other go-to lenders that you're working with, but we've got some programs that we could do for that, whether it's fix and flip or rental, like a 3-1, 5-1 or 30-year fixed on stuff like that, and it would just be like a very light, low doc type deal on your rentals, buy and hold. Just like a couple months bank statements, that sort of thing. No tax returns. I think like 680 FICO or better, and I think the rate would be around 4.95.
Okay,
which is
like I said,
high. It's high compared to like your conventional, full doc pricing, but it would be a very easy. Like I said, no tax returns, no debt to income that you have to use to qualify for that.
right. Like I said, I've ran some of my numbers in my area, what I could do with add-on value, as well as putting in, the long-term financing and what rents go in supportive housing, not your traditional rental, but we do a lot of supportive housing. We do a lot of projects for supportive housing for veterans and seniors. That's where I kind of got a little niche. It's like, this can work because it's guaranteed housing, and it's a little different than most your typical rental on your buy and hold.
It sounds like it's
Gotcha.
more secure though. Yes. More secure, less hassles if it's for vets.
Right. We did some last couple of years. We did some rental properties here in the Inland Empire, and it was all for veterans. And working with the VA and some of the local nonprofits, that's when I realized there's a huge niche in that market. And I say everyone's favorite word for an investor, it's guaranteed rent, direct deposit rent. There is no, I'm not getting paid this month. No, it's direct deposit.
And that's because the the tenants that you're putting in there, they're a qualified veteran, or they're low income.
No, they're not low
Section
income.
8, or?
No, don't get me wrong, Ryan. This is not Section 8. This is not Section 8. These are veterans who are getting, their money through the VA program. You can want to call it a voucher system, but it's set up through a VA program and nonprofits that pay the rents, and they have their case workers, case management, and they fill the tenants. That's what they do. They have sort of their own in-house case management. All I'm worried about now is getting a renter in there and in a nice area. That's why the ADU at buy and hold. That's why we can do add-on value, and it works. The numbers work a lot better than your traditional renting a house, and you have to deal with all that other things that I've already gone through that nightmare. Don't want to do that.
Got it. Okay. And for your strategy to do that, maybe are you like the Inland Empire? Maybe the pricing's better to make that work as opposed to like LA County.
The reason in my area, Ryan, I live in like an equestrian property, so most of the things around me are half acre and above. So the numbers work easier. Numbers, yes, but also for add-on value. That's why I point that out. I have some numbers I could share with you on some of the things that I already looked at, and it's like, yeah, it works. It works, and there's some great
Cool.
positive cash flow.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Definitely would love to connect with you more on that.
Okay. I'll put something together in an overview and just kind of give you, and I'll also send the links to the organizations I'm referring to, so you can do your own due diligence to see that they are, long-term organizations who've been around, 10, 15, 20, 25 years, these programs. It's just taking the time to actually, I just came across it because a friend of mine introduced me to it. That's how I just kind of stumbled into it, to be honest with you.
I love it. Yeah. Great.
And I'm sorry, would it be all right if Ryan shares that as well?
Oh, I got no problem. I got no problem. The programs are in every state. So wherever everyone who wants to do things out of state, no problem with that. I'd like the Inland Empire for the reason, the affordability factor, but also the biggest need. Anyone who knows the Inland Empire, we have a deactivated, March Air Force Base, but on that, there's a decommissioned side of 400 rental units that are all for veterans. Well, guess what? That's a market in itself.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. My grandfather used to fly out of March Air Force Base, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm about 4 miles on the other side of the freeway down the hill from the Riverside National Cemetery, where my father's laid to rest. That's why my big heart goes to veterans. That's the big need. Affordable
Yeah.
housing, and all
Totally.
that.
Amen
Totally.
to that.
All right, great. Well, hey guys, we'll go ahead and wrap up, and I'll figure out when we'll do this again. I'll send out an email. Would love to, do another cocktail Q&A with you guys, and reconnect, and take on any more questions we've got at that time.
I appreciate your time, Ryan.
Yeah,
Yep.
likewise. Thanks everybody. Really great being
Okay.
here. Thanks, Charlie. Man, awesome hanging with you.
I appreciate it. We'll see
Feel
you
free to
soon.
reach out anytime, guys. Yep,
Okay.
See you
you
later,
got it.
Charlie.
Yeah, it's a
Thanks,
pleasure.
everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Good night.
All right, bye.